Okay, so good morning everybody, and once again welcome back in today's class. Today we are on the day number 11 of our batch CIS CSM. Okay. So till in the last 10 days we covered a lot, or we discussed a lot about the CSM, values, services, organization relationship, CSM plugins, ITIL, ServiceNow capability, customer workflow, B2B, B2C, contacts, accounts, assets, sold products, install base item, a lot of things we have done. Now we are moving to the next part of the same journey, that is called contract and entitlement. I'm not saying contract and SLA, no. Contract and entitlement. These are the two different terms has been used in this particular system. So how it's working mainly basically. Okay. So mainly what is the concept here? Contract means a legal binding of terms and condition, payments things between you and me is a contract. Okay. It's a binding between you and me, terms of condition, how much need to be paid, who will pay, who is the primary contact, when the contract start, when the contract will end, how you treat our customers, how you treat our consumers, what are the modes we can connect with you. All those things are written in the contract. Number one part. Then what is entitlement? Entitlement says that up to this time period, you are allowed to give me a call. Like if I take example, the students or the participants who are attending my live batch are entitled to ask me any number of questions during the live classes. Only in the live classes. Or you can send your questions in the common group where I will be replying back to you. Or you can give me call as well and we can discuss. But if you did not attended my live class, only in that case, you can only and only give me a WhatsApp message and I will reply back to you. No other way you can reach out to me. No emails, no call, nothing. It is called entitlement. The best example to understand this particular part is when I joined Accenture in 2009. That was my first company when I started my career with Accenture. So there was a different concepts I come to know because it was the initial or the beginning days for me. I found that I am a fresher. I am entitled for 3 lakh rupees insurance. My senior, who is the senior software engineer, he was entitled for 5 lakh rupees insurance plus. In case of maternity, he can claim up to 50,000. In my case, it was 30,000. His boss means my team manager. He's entitled for the 8 lakh rupees of insurance and can go up to 1 lakh rupees of maternity expenses to be claimed. How the differentiation is happening? We all are the employee of Accenture. That's true. But how this differentiation happening? With the support or with the attribute of the level we are in our company. That was the differentiation point. So entitlement says mainly here that it is a type of support to the customer that receive that what time you can reach out to us, by which mean you can reach out to us. It is written in the contract. But to implement these points, we have a entitlement. Okay, we have a entitlement on this particular place. Now the terms which we use here, SLA, support, entitlement, asset, product, hours, case, means when if I say that we build the contract for how much training will be provided, the SLA will be there, how much support will be there, 24/7, 8x5, 7x2, 2x5, what assets we're covering, what product you'll be using on this two, the contract will be done. Then in the entitlement, mainly we have entitlement on the assets, product or contract. Then are you paying? If I am a service provider, are you charging to your customer on the per case basis or per hour basis? Depend करता है. You want to organize a party. Okay. You want to organize a party and you go to a banquet hall and you met that manager. We need a banquet hall. Okay. Sir, how much, how much or what is the duration? We need it for the full day. Okay. ठीक है. Full day. It's like per case basis. Sir, 5,000 rupees. If you want to use for hourly basis, 1,000 rupees per hour. That is one case. Then you book the caterer. In early days, what happened? Again, 2000, 2010, this time duration. If there's a marriage in any house, they call to the caterer and say, okay, you need to make a food for the 300 people. It's a case wise, full. But banquet hall charge per plate. Either you put in the plate, either you put an ice cream or you put the full meal or you just put one fruit or one part of salad. It has been used, considered as used. That is per plate. So in the same manner, I as a service provider have a contract with the customer or the consumer that we will charge per case basis. This is the real example that earlier what happened. These customer care, specifically telecom customer care, Vodafone, Hutch, Idea, Airtel, these customer care were free of cost. If you have an issue, you can call them. Okay. Then people start calling them. And this is a real story. I read it in the newspaper that specifically in India, from village side, people call them and they start gossiping with them. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, they start gossiping. Then the company realized that my agents' productivity is getting down. They're not able to handle the situation. They're not able to handle the much cases or the much call. They analyze what is happening in the background. Then they found that people are just calling and discussing or gossiping with the agents. It is lucky part that if you got a girl on the customer care side, it happened actually. It earlier happened. Then they start putting the charges on this customer call. 50 paisa, 1 rupee per minute call has been charged. This reduced their unnecessary call rates. That is this thing. You can call to customer care. Like I'm using internet at my place. I can call n number of times. That's fine. But if I'm giving this or I'm purchasing the internet for my employees, So I have to be a get agreement with the internet service provider. Sir, if your people, if your employee call us and we will create a case, 200 case will be free of cost. But after that we will charge £10 per case. And as a employer, I don't want to go more than 200 cases. So what I will do, I'll start creating internal knowledge articles so that less to less call should be go to the service provider. Otherwise, after 200 cases, they will charge to me. ठीक है, क्लियर है बात यहाँ तक? डाउट, क्वेश्चन, क्लैरिफिकेशन?
Clear.
Good. Chandramani, Himanshu?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, good. Good. So now let's go this one. चलो इसका okay. So what happened in the background? As soon as the case has been raised. So let me show you something here. ठीक है. A case has been raised. Okay. Then it check the entitlement first. इस बॉक्स में सारा एंटाइटलमेंट चेक होता है. Entitlement means it will check किस कॉन्टैक्ट से कॉल आ रहा है, टाइप क्या है, केस क्या है, सॉरी केस आई एम सेइंग, सोल्ड प्रोडक्ट क्या है, इंस्टॉल बेस आइटम क्या है. All these things has been checked here. As per that only the case will be raised. Or case might not be, sorry, you're not allowed to be log a case at this point of time. Please call me after 8 o'clock in the morning because you're not our premium customer. It happens. It happens. Then यहाँ से if everything good, then it go further for the SLA and then work upon. ऐसा होता है, ऐसा it happened earlier. I just tell you one more example. When I was new this industry, so I was in Chennai in the night shift. Okay, so I need to be travel after 2 days to my hometown from Chennai to Delhi and then to my hometown. So generally we go for the tea and everything in the midnight, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, because it's a night shifts. I go and I withdraw some cash and I take out the card, but I put the card on the ATM. Okay. I came down, then I realized that I did not pick up my card. I saw in my wallet, I saw on my desk, I did not find out. Immediately I called to the customer care. And they have only one option. If it is a lost about your card, press 1. If it is any other thing else, please call us between 8 AM to 6 PM. Because I was not entitled for any other query in the midnight. Only for the card blockage, I am entitled for that particular person. Because I am the customer of that particular bank. The salary account has been opened by Accenture. So this is what I still remember, that this is the example of the entitlement and the contracts. So now first we will take a create a contract, sorry, not contact, contract. Customer services.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, please.
So is this the module that the aggregators are using? Like Expedia or other customers like that who have multiple customers
Might be
with
using.
corporates?
Yes. See, we never know that from the service provider you're taking services, which technology they are using it. We never know. So might be they're using it like this only, or might be they have some other products, but the concept is same.
That explains a lot of concepts then. Okay.
See, again, Madhur, the thing is that it is industry. Today you are working in a company. Might be tomorrow you are open your own company. And you're doing the same thing which
Right.
I'm teaching you now. Then definitely you say, Atul, I need something to be maintain my records. Might be you Excel sheet.
Right.
Might be you use Word file. Might be you see service now only. Might be some other company's product or tools only. But the concept will be same. Right?
Right.
You pick up BMC, you pick up Service, you pick up Sharewell, you pick up ServiceNow. In all these 4 tools, you pick up, let's pick up Jira as well. In all these tools, the things is common that to make progress, you have to create a record in the tool. And tool has a life cycle. In the tool, record has a life cycle. Might be in Remedy, it's a 6 stages in the incident. In ServiceNow, it's a 5 stages only. In Sharewell, it will be 2 stages only. In Jira, it will be 7 stages only. But concept is same. Start, progress, close, end. So these are the tools. So as I said, might be a lot of companies using ServiceNow in the background, but we don't know. And this is what the
Got
fact.
it.
If you are a service provider, you should never ever reveal that which technology you're using in the background. This is the wordings which I received from a person who was with me in the workshop, and he was from the ServiceNow. Make sure you did not put any kind of things on the front end by which a customer can understand that what technology it is. I give example that I work for a company and we're working for a Ola cabs. By the time I never know that Ola was using ServiceNow, the mobile app we're using in India. It was completely built on ServiceNow. Now can you imagine? We're using day in, day out. So there's a lot of customers. If I show you something here again, just to be more clear. This one, see. Brit, UBS, E2E, Dell, Centrica, Johnson & Johnson, Intel. These are customer ServiceNow customers. And I'm sure that NHS, it's a UK based health system. But I never see that, or I never find out that they're using ServiceNow. Facebook as well, Twitter as well. SunGuard, Welcome, Capgemini, A&D, Collex, Barclays, Citi. Might be using Citibank account. But do you know that which technology is using it? We never know.
No, I didn't know.
But they're using, might be they're using ServiceNow. Might be for internal purpose only. Might be for external purpose only. The Citibank app you're using, might be that is built on the ServiceNow. Citibank, Deutsche Bank, HSBC, number of banks are using ServiceNow nowadays.
Right.
So concept will be always same. The only thing is that in a different companies, it has been implemented in a different manner. You are working in a company, you travel to the client side. Your company say, hey, Madhuri, you have to book the tickets from Concur only. Or we have some dedicated link. You have to be book your tickets from there only. What that?
Right.
Is what the CSM only. But we
That's
never
where
know.
the thought came. That it seems to be CSM only. Now it makes more sense how they are running the business and how
Correct.
the aggregator is putting it together.
Yes, yes. Might be or might not be. Might be they are not using ServiceNow CSM. They're using someone else CSM. But the concept will be same. So now what happened? My Concur got blocked in my office one. So I called the customer care of Concur. Sir, which company are you calling? I'm calling from this company. Sir, I saw that it has link key with your Workday profile. Please check your internal company to enable it or to disable it. Something you have to be check it there. So they identified me by my company name. So you can't do anything booking because you don't have you didn't edit the corporate credit card in the your Concur profile. Please get it done. Only then you can book the tickets. This is my entitlements.
Right.
So concept is same here. So now we'll go here and create a contacts. As I say, contract is a binding between service provider and service receiver. I am building a contract. First, this contract has been done in the pen and paper, written copy रहती है इसकी. Then it has been added into the service now. मतलब कि first you discuss with your customer that okay what you want, then we will put into the service now because service now is a tool in which I want to record the information so that I can do my workflows and the flows better. We receive a message on the 28th day of your plan recharge. Your plan has been expiring today. And then you receive your plan has been expired. What was that? That was a contract of 28 days. Your Netflix subscription is for 20 days. It is getting expired. It expired. Contract over. In the contract you say no, I am using the premium services of Netflix. It means you can see few movies the day it has been released because you are paying the premium amount. You are entitled for the same. That is your entitlement. So now I'll say I'm building this contract for the LNG Corporation. Contract admin. Who will be running this contract? Drafting, making changes. So I say it can be system admin. Or let's say is anybody from company side we can take. We can pick up anybody and this list is coming. Whose name is this? My God. Long name, royal name, royal name. My goodness. Okay, so this is you can put anybody name. Let me put नहीं वो सॉरी क्या है रोनाल्ड का नाम हमने बनाया था ना. Let me put yours name only. Himanshu. Okay. Who is the approver? Because this is a legal agreement and I want that this should be approved by someone in my company before it is getting actually implemented. So it is again the role, the person who has the role of approver can be this one. So I can say, okay, let me put system admin. Contact details. LNG Corp. Trainings. Contract. Contract number. This will be a number you have to be generated. So when you create, In a company, when a contract has been created in the written format, first it has a number, so I can say LNG P LNG 23 this one. Start date, कब से start होगा contract? This is starting from today and it will be valid for 2 months. By this day, it will be expired. So if after of 1st of November, any customer of LNG Corp will call me, I will say, sorry, your contract has been over. We are not able to help you now. Please get it reviewed. Or fresh one. Submit. I मैंने से submit किया, submit for review नहीं किया. If I click on submit for review, it will go for this thing, what I can say, your approval. We will do that part as well. Now I'll go and create entitlements. Entitlement can be done on the 3 parameters: asset, product, or contract. These many contacts are allowed, or on these many assets, the entitlement is allowed. Might be any senior manager or AVP or VP calling. Entitlement for the whole product which I'm selling. Online services, हाँ पूरा का पूरा entitlement है इनके लिए, कोई problem नहीं है. Or entitlement as per the contracts only. Mainly we do product level, that is easy. If you are creating a entitlement, make sure these fields should be available on the entitlement form. That is important. So total 3 things you have to be taken care: asset entitlement, product entitlement, or the contract basis entitlement. And it can be hourly basis or the case basis. Now I'll show you this thing, then we will understand this in a deeper manner. This entitlement name LNG Corp 4x7. What product they purchase from me? They purchase LNG books. This is what we sold, right? So now what we are doing, if just to be more clear, what we are doing till now, we are creating the data or making the entry for our customer and consumer in ServiceNow. Tomorrow we will do the second part. Second part means if I am a service provider in my company who will work on this customer, who will work on this consumer, that is also need to be done. So now we are just doing from the customer perspective. Okay, what account? It's LNG Corp. What is the contract? This one. Now, as I say, do you want to go for the complete product perspective? This is what I said. Then no need to put the assets here. No, but you know, I want only 5 assets to be entitled. See, if you're taking the entitlement for the full product, it means you need to pay more as well. Sir, you can call me 24/7. Let's say I told to this batch students, you pay me 1,000 rupees extra and you can give me call any time of in the day, in the night as well. No issue. You can ask your question. This is product level. Full. Anytime you can give me a call. No, guys, don't pay me extra, but only Madurai, you are allowed to call me after 6 p.m. because you are in the different time zone. That I'm going on a specific asset basis. So up to you. These things will be discussed in the contract level. We are just putting that information in our service now because this is be required to check when the agent will get a call that are you entitled or not. Like insurance we pay, but when you go for the claim, I tell you one thing, very surprising sample. When my first baby delivered, so I was having an insurance. So doctor gave me a complete bill that this is the charges and this medicine and all the things will be there. I put the claim. Out of approximately 10,000, 2,000 rupees was not approved. I said why? Sir, bandages, diapers, these medical waste and XYZ, the syringes and other things is not considered in the medical in the insurance because you're not entitled for this one. So you're not fully covered. You covered for the mandatory charges only. Delivery charges, if you have to be admit your kid, that will be covered completely, but not these bandages and other things will not be covered properly. It's not covered in your part because you're not entitled. Then I come to know अच्छा ये भी होता है. These are things coming from that part. So up to you, not up to you. It is again contract between you and your service taker that they want to be go entitlement for the complete product level or they want to go for the specific asset level. So now if you see, अच्छा इसका तो हमने कोई asset बनाया नहीं था ना? नहीं हमने इसका बनाया था LNG books ऑनलाइन क्लासेस का शायद ये इसका किसका asset बनाया था हमने?
Online classes, I think.
क्लासेस का राइट. अरे यार किसी का तो था ये इसमें we have something for that one or might be the था तो इसी का and we give it to this only. वही check करना पड़ेगा. So you will get the specific assets as well. That what assets we have sold. So up to the discussion. Now this is important. Channel. In the CSM there is a concept called the omni channel. In Hindi, the omni means who is everywhere. Like we say, God is omnipresent. So there are number of ways that a customer or a consumer can connect with the agent. But how you are entitled, that is depend. So we will define these things. That this account is entitled for this product as per the contract of 2 months and they can reach out to email, in person, phone. That's all. If they raise any complaint, issue, case via chat, we will not entertain them because they are not entitled for the same. They're not entitled for the same. Now, when you've done this part, how you want to run your schedule? Are you providing 24/7 support? 8x5. Again, this has been mentioned in the contract only. These are not SLA, I'm telling you, these are not SLA. These are entitlement. As I say, give example. When my card, I lost my card, I was only entitled to get the information about my card. That is 24/7. For the rest, I have to wait by till 8 o'clock in the morning. पहले यही होता था. Not that much banking, online banking we use. If anything there, we just call to the customer care. So I can say it is 24/7. और ये इंफॉर्मेशन कहां से आता है? दिस इज कमिंग फ्रॉम योर CMN शेड्यूल टेबल. Like this 24/7. Start date of this entitlement. Contract is starting from 29th of September or 30th of September, but entitlement starts from the 1st of October. 2 दिन चाहिए हमें सारा कुछ सेट करने में till 30th of September. Now this is important. In the entitlement, how much units are allowed? Now the thing is that we do the units on the two bases, case basis or hourly basis. इस assets के basis पे नहीं है, product के basis पे नहीं है. I am going to be charge you per case basis, or you are allowed only for case, or you are only allowed for the 200 cases, not more than that. अगर more than that होगा, so my contract admin will reach out to the my customer or the consumer. Boss, your counts, your cases are getting high count now. Either stop it or you have to pay extra if you want. I'll start counting that as well. In ServiceNow, in out of the box, if you raise any case, if any customer or consumer raise any case and after case get resolved, remaining units getting deducted automatically. So initially I can say, okay, you are entitled for, let's say 5,000 cases. And how much the remaining? 5,000 is remaining. And I'm taking on this one. But if you're on the hourly basis, there's a no out of the box business will run which deduct the hours. So in this case, we have to be configure it for our customer that if they want to be go for the hourly basis. But generally, it go for the case basis, not with the hourly basis. Like in India now, the trend is that if you want to book a cab, like a private cab, not Uber or Ola, I'm talking private cabs. It depends. For the 4 hours, it will be 100 rupees. For every next hour, it will be 200 rupees per hour. And then we say per unit. And your entitlement is ready. Now let's see what is coming in the entitlement mode. So if you create a case, it will become here. Now let's go to our contracts and see what is be happening on that. So you can see one entitlement has been come here. If you want to put, you can put the asset covered here. This one 2 assets. That as per the contract, these 2 assets will be get covered. What is the terms and condition? If you want to put something terms and condition here, this thing you can create it. Governing law, standard NDA kind of things, you can do that particular part. Product covered, install base covered. So this is the written document. In this written document, what you have to bring it everything here. तभी तो उसका benefit है entitlement में. This is what I said. That you can do asset level entitlement, you can do the product level entitlement, you can do the contract level entitlement. कि बॉस जो मेरे contract में लिखा है, these things should be covered. So for this one, what product they are covering it? What is the sold product? What is the install base item? When you have added one, you have removed this one. Only 2. Why? Because it is taking up the relationship with the contact. कहाँ गया? Sorry. अरे इसमें नहीं है क्या वो मेरा account details is not showing me the account details. So you can put this sole products has been covered. DTH. Or if you want, I don't want to go to the sole product, I want to go to the install base item. Install base item. You can put the date and done. So up to you what you want to do. Now after adding all these things, let's send for the review. And it is going for the approval now. Again open this. It's showing in the draft. Why I'm not able to see the approver here? Okay, there's nothing special coming showing it here. So now what I will do, I'll just copy this number and go to my approvals. It should get changed as well here, I think. And I'll search and approval for Mira contract. See, my contract model is also missing on the top. Commitment, these things come from my service commitments only. Who is the business owner and everything. So if you change the view of this particular stuff of this contract, you will get more details here. So mainly ServiceNow have a contract management application as well, but we use out of the box only which is coming from the CSM. So I click on the approve here. My contract get approved. Now if I come back here, contracts, and now it is active. You can adjust it again. You want to modify something, you can cancel, you can renew as well. And your entitlement here. This thing. यहाँ पर कुछ नहीं हम करते, no product, nothing. So now you can do either on the product level कि बॉस इस पे मुझे पूरा का पूरा मिलेगा. See, on the contract level. नहीं, मैं इसके ऊपर ट्रैक करूंगा सारा कुछ. So the concept of this thing, either you can go for the asset level. Don't mention anything, just mention the asset. Or you can go for the complete product level. This is. Or you want to go for the contract level. This is. Generally we go for the contract level as well. कि बॉस जो contract में लिखा है उसी को cover करके लेके आओ. So, but in that case, we have to mention everything in the contract very clearly. Install base, assets, product use, everything we have to put it very clearly. And then it will work out for me. Clear? Doubt, question, clarification. And now if you create a case.
So only mandatory field which is available on this form is account, right?
Yes. So did you see your contract and entitlement are coming here now? And if I say LNG and save, and let's say let me close this case now. Close case. I'll put this information and close. And now if I go to my entitlement, and if I open my entitlement here, see 4999. Why? Because one case has been closed for this particular entitlement. Clear हुआ picture? Doubt, question, clarification.
So it will count only closed scenarios, right?
It will count only
Closed cases. It will deduct.
yes, yes. Remaining means the fully closed, active false.
Okay. And don't we have that reopen scenarios coming up in the cases?
See, a record which is closed can never be reopened until it is reopened only if the resolution state or resolve state only. Close means you are closing the life cycle of that particular record. रीओपन होगा तो बात कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, जब तक क्लोज नहीं है तब तक कोई दिक्कत नहीं, जब क्लोज हो गया इट्स क्लोज्ड। ठीक है जी, चले आगे।
Yeah. So here the entitlement is not asking for the contract as mandatory, right?
No, because we have just on the product level or the contract level, both level they're discussing it. So up to you that what you want to be do. And these things need to be finalized with the customer. That was by which you want to go for the entitlement. Shall I go for the product level? Shall I go for the contract level?
But if we are not selecting product or contract, then also it's fine, right? Because they have mandated only.
You have to be add at least one. Either you have to put product, either put contract, either put asset. अदरवाइज तो एंटाइटलमेंट का बेनिफिट ही नहीं है ना, कुछ भी डालोगे तो फिर कैसे एंटाइटल करोगे उसको, किससे लिंक करोगे?
But they should have kept something mandatory.
Might be okay. Do one thing in today's homework. Create an entitlement without putting these three things and see it is created or not. Might be it gives some error. Some code has been mentioned in the background. We check that at least one should be primary. One should be mandatory in these three.
Okay.
In entitlement, these three things and this channel is important. That by which means you are allowed to log a case. That is your entitlement. Give me a minute. Let me on the charging. Okay. So now, if I go back to these slides again. So now let's come a little bit on the guided setup and see if all good, or we are missing something here. Guided setup, CSM. So we see about the plugins as well, that what plugin is required for this one. Because now with this part, we done the configuration from the customer or the consumer perspective. अब मधुर will say, Atul, what do you mean by the customer consumer perspective? हो तो क्या, यही तो होता है mainly. ठीक है. So we have done these things. Accounts, contacts, consumer, user group, member, customer relationship. We have discussed this particular part. Products हो गए, install base, assets, contract हो गए, service contract, entitlement, account teams. Account teams will do now. ठीक है, this is what the personas we're going to be discuss it. ठीक है, okay. Service model foundation, that's fine, great guys. ठीक है, this will be continue for the next level. So now what is be happening if I say that till now we did for the customer, the consumer. Now I'm a service provider. Okay, let me come back. I give you just the background. We'll discuss this topic tomorrow. Okay, let me put it this. Now we are 6 people in this batch. Okay, and let's say this is my company, and we 7, including myself, are the employees of this company. Okay, we are providing the services hardware as a service, and I have 10 different clients, 10 different customers. and 10 different consumers. इंडिविजुअल भी हैं और कंपनी लेवल के भी. पहले हम B2B की बात करते हैं, B2C बात में देखेंगे इसको. ठीक है. So I have 10 different clients. यही by this we discuss ना that how many clients you have, can you get me a good clients for my corporation or this thing. Okay. Now I said that Madhure is the account manager for A, B and C client. Chandramani is account manager for C, D and E account. Ronald is account manager for X, Y and Z account. Now see by which designation I'm calling you. You are employee, that's fine, but you are the account managers. Means in this account, if anything goes wrong, or if we get more benefit, more productivity, sorry, more profits, more business, it is you who is responsible and accountable for the same. But it doesn't mean that Madhure, Chandramani or Ronald need to be do the development in this particular project or need to be sit with the agent to take a call. ऐसा तो नहीं होगा. Now Madhure says, Atul, my client is very big. I need 10 agents to work on my client cases. अच्छा जी, I'll give you 10 agents. Now those 10 agents are dedicatedly working for a Madhure's account only. This is what is called build the relationship. This is called the relationship concept here. Just we'll go for the theory. Practical we'll see it tomorrow. Okay. So now I am building my account team. Who is my customer service manager? Who is my agent? Because in this particular CSM, important thing is that a role. If you have SNC underscore internal role, or if you have SNC underscore external role, by this role, you will be treated. A user cannot have the both role at the same time. It's not possible. Generally, we give the external role to the consumers or the customers who can log a case. Here, agent means I'm talking about the fulfillers who work on the case, who create case, who update case, who move the case. So this is what is the personas we're going to be discussed tomorrow. That what role these things contain, these names contain, and how we can build our account team. There's a concept, as I say, it's there's a concept called the relationship, group relationship, skill relationship we have to do. That if Madhura says, Atul, I need 10 agents. ठीक है, 10 agents कोई भी नहीं. I need agents who are expert in Microsoft 365 troubleshooting software perspective. I need 2 agents who are expert in SAP hardware setups, because this is what we are providing. I need 3 resources. I need 3 agents who are expert in ATM setups. I need these skills. But on which capacity you are working in account? I'm working as an account manager. This is called responsibility. Account responsibility. This is what we have to be configured it. Okay. So I'm putting mota points in your mind for tomorrow's discussion. Tomorrow is not about external. Tomorrow is all about internal. Now just close your eyes and imagine that you are working in a project in your company. What level you are in your project? That project means that is account. In account, you have account manager. Account manager has a team leads. In the team leads, you are one agent who is working for that dedicatedly for that particular customer or the consumer. This is what we need to be discuss it tomorrow in the class. Clear?
Yes.
Good. So next 1 or 2 days, mainly we are going to spend time on this thing, my personas and my accountability and my skill mapping. And then we will deep dive in the case management. अब बारी आएगी रिकॉर्ड क्या होता है, रिकॉर्ड कैसे जनरेट होता है.
So Atul, is this also like access control list? We are in the process of creating the access control list based on roles.
It says that if required, you have to create specific ACLs as well. So we will see these rules and we'll see what they can do. And then I will ask to give you the homework. Okay, create users and give only these rules and see what they are able to do. Because in ITSM, we have very limited rules. In CSM, these many rules are there. Minimum these 7-8 rules are there. Because यहाँ पर customer और consumer दोनों अलग अलग हैं. अब देखो, customer agent and consumer agent. Practically दोनों काम एक ही करते हैं. दोनों काम यही है, कॉल लेना, कॉल सुनना, केस बनाना, केस क्लोज करना. लेकिन one is working for internal, one is working for external. Sorry, one is working for kind of a accounts perspective, one is working for the complete open market, B2B and B2C. तो ये फर्क है. This thing we are going to be discussed in tomorrow's call. Any other question before we close the recording for today? Good.